I'm Matt Bradley, Event Director of the Retail Technology Show, and this is 5 Minutes With, the bite-sized interview with some of retail's most influential people. And today I'm delighted to be joined by former CEO of Funky Pigeon, Olga Nazarkova. Olga, welcome.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. It's so lovely to see you.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So, as the title suggests, we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to crack straight on with these questions. I'm very excited about this. First question. Now, obviously, you are an expert in the whole world of e-commerce, being former CEO of Funky Pigeon. What area of e-commerce are you most excited about and why?
Well, I think, it's a kind of a mix of excitement and also necessity. In current economic crisis, we're all thinking about, how do we spend our money in the best possible way, particularly when it comes to e-commerce. Marketing is a big part of driving acquisition and retention. So for me, the area about optimizing for better ROI on marketing in online world is actually really topical, which I'm sure will resonate with your listeners as well. Where, when we look at this area, there are a number of things that's going on, particularly, we all know that in online, there are a number of channels that you could use to drive traffic from, organic to paid, social, TikTok, all of that. And the challenge is that each channel is measuring itself. So it's biased. Also, it's kind of individual ROI, and it doesn't often represent the right picture. And then as a CEO, overall, you need to be reassured that you are not wasting any spend, particularly at this point in time when we all know the customer, wallets are squeezed. And same kind of on retail side, we need to optimize our costs. So anything that helps with prioritization of the right channels, targeting customers, in a better way, and helps deciding what is the right mix, of the channels. I think that's, and giving you quantification of this on a bigger scale, I think it's very interesting area to dive deeper. And this is a good time during crisis to really go after optimization and, leave no stone unturned on kind of efficiency in this area. So I think it's a very hot topic.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And I think what I found certainly through doing these interviews over the last few weeks is that optimization seems to come up over and over again from retailers from all different backgrounds and different sectors. So optimization really does seem to be the key word at the moment amongst the retail community. And looking just beyond e-commerce, as the retail world still looks to try and merge that online and offline experience, what new technologies do you think are going to have the biggest impact on retail in the short term, maybe the medium to long term?
Well, actually, I want to call out two kind of technologies and one trend I think that will shape the next kind of 5 years or so. I know you spoke to other colleagues of mine, and there was lots of talk on AI. I think AI is definitely number one, and the speed at which we are moving in the last few months, it's just phenomenal. I haven't seen anything like that. And this is where, I'm particularly interested in two areas of AI. One is productivity, going back to, cost of living crisis and optimization of costs. There are so many parts of jobs in head office and store that could be automated. And I think AI can really help. If I look at, for example, online, specifically businesses, we have to generate so much content. We have to generate, in my previous job, for example, there was a lot of work done to generate designs for the products. And, AI can do miracles in seconds. So I think there's so much to investigate in each area of your business, how AI can help right now. I think that's one. The other bit is about better understanding of the customer through AI. We tend to get quite kind of snapshots of our customer base, and It's not very dynamic. It's not very predictive. I think this is also a very interesting emerging area, because if we know our customers better, if we understand what they need, what they're looking to buy next, there's the whole suite of things you can do on optimization of user experience, on better product development, and so on. So I think that's very interesting. Another technology trend that has been kind of on hype last few years, but kind of died down, but I don't think it's died down in a longer term. It's, virtual reality. Kind of the hype of metaverse is gone, but the metaverse is still there, and it's a suite of different systems. I think there is this very interesting immersion of experience of online and offline for stores. And if you, for example, take Lego store in Leicester Square, like you go in, there's obviously the amazing product service, but the amount of technology they put in, the 3D printing, virtual reality, it just makes it just a whole new level. And I think in the next 5 years, those retailers who can provide more technology, more interaction, more 360 experience for customers will make it a much better kind of experience for customers, and hopefully for the business.
Yeah, so I have to agree. I think the virtual reality thing's been really interesting, hasn't it, for a while? I mean, like you say, it's been lingering around, but they've sort of found a way of sort of combining it to not only enhance the experience, but also sort of have a practical use for it as well within the store.
Yeah, and then theme parks as well. Like I think we talk about what's the future of the store, and to me, it's about experience. It's all about experience. Yeah. That's why people go. And if you look at generation, my generation or Generation Z or earlier, when the research shows that they go to store for a day, they go to experience. They want that kind of fun interaction. They want technology to be part of it. So I think it's where we're going, and it's a good area to investigate. Last but not least, I think sustainability. We should not forget about the net zero. It's only going to get more and more stricter. So I think the last research I saw from Institute of Directors show that over 60% of respondents, which were directors of companies in UK, didn't have a plan for net zero. So A, we need to get a plan, but B, what is the technology in the retail that's going to help us get there? And I think some of the companies at the retail show I saw are solving some of those problems. I think it's very interesting. How can we expedite transition to net zero in retail?
Really, really interesting points. Really, yeah, and certainly very, very topical at the moment, and an issue that retailers are certainly trying to tackle on a day-to-day basis. Fascinating insight, that, Olga. Really, thank you for that. I'm going to throw some wild card, quick fire questions for you, so just to keep it light.
And for the audience, I don't know what they are, so.
No, you don't. No, that's the best way, isn't it? That's the best way not to know what they are. Okay. Question number one. Which movie have you watched over and over? Which movie have you watched more than any other?
Oh, okay. Rain Man.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Excellent film. Dustin Hoffman at his absolute best.
And I watched it like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and I watched it recently, and it brings different kind of considerations, with neurodiversity, with inclusion. I think it really, and then anyway, it's a great movie.
It's remained relevant, isn't it, throughout the time? It's just an absolute classic. Yeah, totally agree. I love Rain Man as well. What is your go-to lazy dinner?
So recently I have been into juicing, and for me, the lazy dinner or lazy breakfast is putting a bunch of really good ingredients together, throw it in my juicer, slow juicer. It gets a really creamy kind of, substance, full of vitamins, nutrition, everything. Adding a lot of like different powders in it, adding probiotics, and having like a 700 milliliters kind of big one. So I feel really good about it, and it's quite quick and simple.
And healthy.
Super healthy. Energy levels,
Okay.
change, skin glows. Highly recommend.
Right. I'll take some recipes off you when I see you next.
I'll put it in the chat notes. I'm joking.
I'll put it in the chat notes. Yeah, I'll look at those. If you could be transformed into any animal, which one would you choose?
I must say cat because my maiden name is Kot, which means cat, and I love cats, so I think it's a destiny.
Hey, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, there you go. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to that question, is there? It's all opinion.
I don't know. You tell me, Matt.
no, it's a tick from me. I don't know if I'd want to be a cat, but we can't all be the same.
I think also the level of releasing stress. It's a good animal to just chill out. It's an independent animal. They don't really need anything. You know, you are in their space rather than they are in yours. I quite like that.
Yeah, I get that. But we are a couple of weeks now away from the show, so we are, all roads are heading towards it. We're delighted you're going to be joining us there. What else are you looking forward to? What sort of makes you come to the Retail Technology Show?
Well, I think now more than ever, the speed at which we get innovation, is just tremendous. And retailers, particularly physical store-focused retailers, traditionally have been quite conservative in, how they use technology. I think this is the time to really catch on. It's also good to meet with, peers and colleagues and just check our notes and see what's going on and what people are going to invest in the next kind of 12 months. Also, cost of living crisis discussion. But there are a couple of, I was the judge of the Innovation Award at the show. And, I've seen quite a big list. And, I had to kind of deep dive into different technologies for the nominations. And I must say there were a few that stood out for me, one in circular economy, which I'm really looking forward to meet. They basically solve the problem of circular economy for a retailer, fast track you to that. I really like new kind of steps in 3D technology for using on what you display on the website. I think that's great for the customer to see product at such level of detail. And these guys seem to solve the problem of scalability of this technology. Really liked some technology that helps bring AI into the stores for the store managers and the store staff. So I think it's very exciting because, we all know the productivity in stores is always, at the front of kind of the cost-centered and overall discussions for retailers. So I think there's a lot going on and, it's going to be super interesting this year.
It certainly is. 300 plus innovative suppliers exhibiting at the show this year. A huge amount of those guys there. 100 plus retail rock stars speaking about all issues facing retail right now, solving all those problems that the retailers are facing, sharing information like you just said, and understanding the processes and some of the solutions that can help run that business more efficiently. And of course, countless networking opportunities, from store tours to roundtables to lunches to parties, you name it. It's happening at the Retail Technology Show, 26th, 27th of April. If you haven't already registered, there is still time to grab Retail's golden ticket. Follow the link below and join us. Join your universe, join Olga, join me, and we will see you all very soon at the Retail Technology Show. Olga, thank you so much for your time. I've really enjoyed this. I think we went over 5 minutes, but who cares? We make the rules, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that cat.
Thanks,
it's that
Matt.
cat
Really
life
enjoyed
philosophy.
the conversation. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my colleagues and yourself at the show.
We can't wait. See you then, Olga. See you in a couple of weeks. Thank you, guys.